Maybe we should go take care of the many-faced guy first.
Mhm.
Why?
Because we have to find the
Agree?
the phylactery for the Lich, or there's no point in going after him.
Well, if we kill him in his physical body, it will take some time for him to recover. In that time, we can easily destroy the phylactery. But if we make him bring it to us, or even tell us its location and what object it is, then it's much easier. And I feel like we're better equipped to fight a Lich than we are to find this many-face entity. That was scary. Yeah, but that's just my opinion.
It could be that Adel is watching us when we fight the necromancer and get a glimpse of our power.
Athel was trying to watch us all the time.
Mm. But Klaatu isn't here right now. But yeah, he is watching us. Big Brother is watching you.
Right. So, what is the plan then? Which one are you guys wanting to fight first?
Sorry, didn't mean to click that.
That's what the chat is for.
Mhm.
I don't know, shall we just start and then solve it in character?
Sure. Yeah. That's fine.
Mhm. Okay, cool. So, last time on D&D Internationals, we went into Klaatu's mind, struggling with laziness and lust. Longing was there, and curiosity. Oroba and Nistu ventured into his mind, saving him from his laziness, which would have turned possibly for eternal slumber. But they saved him and got his memory back. Now Klaatu is struggling with all his memories, while Mist had an awkward conversation about religion and the mushroom people. I guess that's it, right?
We also
Oh,
finished the masks.
yeah, we also finished the masks and Tornado left the party.
Right.
Would now be an awkward time to tell you that it's not recording? It actually is recording, but I was just curious if it would.
No.
Nice. Yeah, it would have been
Good
awkward.
job.
You got me there.
The question is also when will Klaatu be back?
Oh, that's right. Klaatu's not even with us.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, he had his mental breakdown, and you guys told me about it, and then we just chilled out, right? I did this thing with Donato. Don't know what you guys did.
I went and prayed and ended up having a teaching moment with the mushroom people.
Mhm.
What did you do, Orla? I don't remember.
I just rested.
Oh, that's right.
I chilled. After
Rick,
going into Clutch's mind, it was too hard.
I don't blame you. It was a rough. Yeah,
Experience.
definitely. But yeah, I'm thinking after some time at the temple, I will go rest as well.
Okay. You have taught the mushroom people that the best type of prayer is a lone meditation with maybe a few mutterances, so they do tend to leave you alone and just and they are attempting to imitate the way that you pray, exactly the position that you sit in, that you kneel in, all of those things, even things that would seem to be fairly trivial, they are copying.
All more power to them. But I would like to also go rest for the night because I want to regain spells and other stuffs. Especially if we're gonna go fighting something.
All right, Plato. In the distance, you can see from your little house, from the honey stalk, even though it has been completely overwhelmed by just the various shits of various birds.
We
Uh,
burnt it down even.
yes. Even inside of the house, it seems that they just completely mistreated it. And but you can hear in the distance the cawing of a different type of birds that you haven't heard. Uh, at least it doesn't seem like you've recognized in a while. They don't seem to be close. They actually seem to be quite far off. But their language seems to be more martial, more warlike. It's almost as if there is one commanding the others.
Hmm.
So instead of creating this more harmonious type of song, it is more one, and the others being more quiet, significantly more so.
Great, they're evolving.
Uh-oh. Um,
And then the party. Yeah.
I can't understand the language, so I will ritual cast comprehend languages. It's a good time for me to
Okay.
or
They're
myself my
moving. They're
emotions.
moving closer to you as you ritual cast this, taking you, I believe it is 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and they are moving close to you, and there actually seem to be a lot of them flying in the sky. Though it's not clear that they're going in your direction. Would
Mhm.
you like to go outside to see,
Um,
or
no.
just through the window?
Yeah, that's better. But I will be careful. I don't intend to have a fight. I'm alone. I
All
don't
right,
fight alone.
make a perception check.
Beep. Hmm? That's good. 20.
With a 20, it seems to be definitely a warband of some sort, and there are at least 100 to 200 of these birds flying. And unlike the macaw type that you've seen, macaw and token, and these seem to be more eagle-like,
Mhm.
led by one that's almost like an owl.
And
So
he's the
certainly a
slowest one.
different type, and you can see that the other macaws, the other Aarakocras, are keeping their distance. No other bird is in flight, whilst these are approaching.
Mhm.
You observe, and from the language that reaches you, it reaches to you more like more workers. Bring more workers for the Emperor.
Mm.
Search every place. And they split into groups of 10 and start diving into the forest itself.
Mm.
After a few minutes, roughly perhaps 15 to 20 minutes, you see
Mhm.
that some of them rise up again to the skies, carrying all manners of creatures that they have caught from the raid into the jungle.
Holy shit.
Some of the Capincho people that you've known, and
Mm.
in some cases even some tabaxis and human.
Oh, good thing I stayed at home. I think to myself, that is crazy. Why do they need them? Who's the emperor? And I would like to search my mind if I heard the name. Now that I have my memory perhaps back, I find something in my mind palace.
Yeah, history check.
Beep. 15.
With 15, you know that the memories, they are still a bit foggy, but in your encounters with the UNT, they did say that they were in a state of war, almost constant war with these Aarakocra.
Mm. Okay, that's good to know.
Sorry.
Oh, we could use that, I think. And oh, no, because we could have still our mind leg up, and I thought I would contact them, but I won't. I keep to myself. But perhaps you can feel something like curious and excitement, but also little uh, a little fear. Just a little bit.
One of this group of 10 notices the clearing and will fly off and starts flying off towards you.
Oh no, I will hide. Hide and
Okay,
seek.
make a
Beep.
stealth check.
Ooh, 21.
Okay,
I
all right,
know my
21.
place. I have a little hole under my bed. I dug in and use some, I don't know, some books that are teared off and cover myself with them.
They don't seem to see you, but
Hmm.
one of these groups still lands on top of this place. One of the Aarakocra says, "Why does the commander ask us to go so far from the mountains? We've been flying for hours." Another responds, "It's not our duty to question the Emperor. If this is the Emperor's will, then we shall follow it." Of course I'm not questioning the Emperor's will, but only maybe our commander. We have enough of the Capincho people. Why do we need these others? The other one seems to shrug and says, "We follow our orders. That is our duty."
Hmm.
Search this place. This place is strange. It smells of different types of... It smells different.
I would like to see if I get a glimpse of the faces or so that I can later could send them with sending some notes or something like this. This is 17. Can I see them? Can I get a
You can
face?
see them. You can see them.
Okay, good.
In this case, you can see them without risking too much of your own hiding spot.
Mhm.
They don't seem to have seen you, but they are scouring the place. They enter and they try the door. Did you leave the door locked?
No.
All right. They
I
enter.
won't.
Say, "Ugh, looks like a nest of pigeons here. What disgusting creatures."
Yeah.
Smells too.
Mhm.
Abandoned place. Terrible.
Well,
They look at the place. You see them, and they are more like eagle. They are eagle-like Aarakocra. All of these,
mhm.
and from the looks of it, they have an armor. It's definitely not metal,
Yeah.
but it is of a very... it does seem to be of a sort of strengthened cotton. It kind of glimmers a bit, like reflecting a bit the sun, making it a bit hard for you to actually look at them. But so you understand that this also must serve as some sort of like defensive strategy to blind the opponents.
Mhm.
It You can see their faces. With a 17 in perception, you can also kind of distinguish them, and they seem to be 4 of them that are now going into your house.
Mhm.
They start kind of ransacking it, tossing it apart, saying, "Only strange books, not even food here."
I
Sorry,
didn't
they wouldn't know
some.
what books are. They would say, "Only these strange parchments. What is this?" And they start tossing the books around.
Oh, they're as
and
dumb
they
as.
and they react kind of like frightened cats when the books like naturally open when thrown out and flutter slightly before falling. So it's not like it's not as if they're throwing a rock. So this frightens them.
Oh,
One of them laughs and says, "Are you so frightened by such a small object? What a curious thing. Should we take them?" Hmm, I don't know. The Emperor have any use for these? Well, we don't
he's
know what the
not
Emperor wants.
man.
The Emperor wants tribute, that's what he wants. Maybe this has value. Something has put a lot of effort into this thing.
Oh yeah, it is.
They pick one of the books up and just start like ripping it page by page.
I come out of my bed. Oh, stop that! How can you dare to rip out pages of a book? They are expensive. You can take them, but in favor. Oh, sorry.
They turn towards you with a fright, pointing their spears at you. Their spears, again, like they are they are very advanced in the design of the spear itself. There's a smoothness to the tip that again shows no worked metal, but a lot of effort as well. They point their spears at you, the four of them. They call. Say, there's one here!
Yeah, here's one.
The other six start trying to look inside. To look inside to see you. What are you? How do you understand us?
And this was once my home. You are holding my books. Some of them I've written myself. You can have them as a gift for the Emperor. But in favor, we could work together, perhaps. You are in war against the UNT, and me and some of my companions, who are not here right now, because we are very powerful, I can just teleport to them. We are very powerful people. We could work together and bring down the UNT.
You look like a puny human. Humans are puny and weak. You are weak. We'll take you to the Emperor. And they start approaching you, seeking to just like take you by force.
I will show some power and cast. Oh, wait. Yeah, good. And cast polymorph on one of the Aarakocras and polymorph him into a giant snail. Or try to polymorph him into a giant snail. Oh no! You won't take me! Otherwise I would take you! Polymorph you into a snail! And I cast it.
Alright. It fails, and is polymorphed into a snail. The others react with great horror as they take a few steps back and say, "What have you done to him?
I can remove it.
What have you done to Krag?"
Clark is fine. Now hear me out.
Krag! What have you done to Krag?
Clark. It's no problem. You will be fine. I can remove it any time. But I can do it with all of you. So don't fuck me up, or I will fuck you up. So,
Is dark
as you see,
UNT magics.
oh no, this is totally different.
Creatures. You serve them.
Oh no. I don't serve them. We want to kill them all. We are, at the moment, in some, well, diplomatic mission with mushroom people and very different other parts of the forest.
We don't know any mushroom people.
You don't know them?
Persuasion check.
I used a luck point.
Okay.
I have one left then. Come on. Oh god! The 3.
They say, "We don't know any mushroom people. We don't know your people. But you use dark magics. I warn you, we have fought UNTs before."
Well, and I snap my finger and Krag goes back to his form. I'm not here for conflict. I'm here for alliances.
Okay. They react in great astonishment when Krag transforms back. He says, so Krag himself just sort of touches himself, feels his own feathers, and is incredibly relieved.
You see?
Outside,
I'm not
one of the Aarakocra just starts cawing loudly, calling for others.
Oh no. Well, I can't do anything against it. I have no silence also. Wait. We can work this out.
See
You
it
are a
my
stinky
way.
human. Why would we care about you? You live in a stinky bird pooped house. You don't even clean your bird poop.
I don't live here anymore. I moved here like a year ago or so. I just came back to, well, to pick something up. And then I saw it like this.
Okay. They stand here sort of in this standoff for around 10 minutes before a very majestic, owl Aarakocra arrives. Do I have the image? Do not have prepared. He swoops. His landing basically makes no noise, and it takes you by surprise. Just his landing just takes you by surprise as he appears and says, "What is this? What are you, creature?" The others try to explain to him what they know of you, but he doesn't. But he hushes them, waiting for you to speak.
I'm Klaatu Piratenek too. Once I was a human, then I got killed by a UNT priest. He's now, well, fallen in disgrace by the UNT. He rebuilt me as a skeleton, and on my way, meeting friends, and eventually I got my body back. Now, I want them gone. And we have pretty good alliances with the mushroom people, although you don't know them. They can be of help. And if you are in the war with the UNT, we could be a great asset. And with we, I mean me and my friends.
We are enemies of the UNT, yes. I am the commander of this force. And I will take you to our palace for you to speak with those who have authority to negotiate with you. What
Is it
say
Fargon?
you, human?
It depends. Is it Fargon? How long would I have to travel?
It shall take you no more than 1 day by flight.
1 day. Well, yeah, but get me some preparations. Hmm. I need to contact my others, my party members. I will need like half an hour. Meet me outside.
Take your time.
Thanks.
He orders his troops. He gestures and orders his all of his troops to step outside and leave you alone in the house.
Nice.
Though he will say to them, "Keep watch. This creature has dark magics."
So, I rearrange my spells a little bit so that I can cast Sending. That will take like, I guess, 50 minutes, I remember or so. And would... well, I don't need that because we are still linked via telepathic bond, at least Mist and Aura, but I forgot. So I open the inner circle again and call out to them both. Mist, Horrible. Can you hear me still?
Ah,
Is
Klaatu.
it still working?
Haven't. We were worried about you. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I calmed myself. I guess it's alright. Well, not really, but I can't do anything about it. I have something here like a situation. I got surrounded by Aracocras, but eagle Aracocras, haven't seen them around here, so that is new for me. They're talking about an emperor who is in war with the UMT, and he has a flock of how much birds were there? 1,000 or hundreds?
Maximum of 200.
200, like 200 or so, and they want to take me to the capital, to the emperor. I offered them an alliance because I think that would be a great asset for us if our cockroaches stand by our side. Although I know we hate them, but well, what do you think? It would take me a day, but if I were there, I could take something there, and we could teleport back to them at any time. I think that would be a great opportunity.
I'm assuming I know of this emperor and these eagle Aarakocra. Considering
You would, yes, but from the perspective of the UNT, which would be incredibly biased, and you would only know that he is like the source of all evil.
And once we were told that there is an emperor in the north who is gathering forces that we need to contact. I don't know if it was by the crocodile guy or by our own intel.
I don't know.
Me neither.
I was pushing it off at the time. I was like, nah, we don't have the time to go to the north right now. We need to do things in the forest. But that was on the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know of this emperor. From what I know, he's not good. But keep in mind that with my training and upbringing, Melora was evil as well. So
Yeah.
we know how that turned out.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to look into it if the rest of us are. I don't know if I like the idea of you going in there alone. Do you have an escape plan in case things turn ugly?
No, not really. Well, I still can polymorph myself and fly away, but then they will be so much faster and better and everything than that. I just can hope that my charm or something like this will help me. Or reasoning. Although I'm talking with birds.
Just keep in mind that comparing one's bloodline to an Aarakocra is an insult here. So
Yeah.
that that is an insult for a reason.
Yeah. And I totally agree with that. But perhaps if I down level my intelligence far enough, I can argue with them. Or perhaps the Emperor isn't actually Aarakocra. I don't know.
Would I know one way or the other, Mateus?
You can make a history check.
Sweet.
Alright, with a 20, you would know that his name is Lur.
Mhm.
And he is perceived by the UNT as intelligent, very very cunning and tenacious as well. He has withstood the attacks of the UNTs for centuries, and it is to capture their honor guard is something that is seen to be incredibly prestigious to the to the to the UNT. I mean, you know, because of your specific background, you would know that all of the armors that the UNT have, or at least the elite guards of the UNT have, are forged, basically are blood soaked in a creature of great power that they have killed, and they earn that as their sort of subtitle. Their and like the Slayer of X, where X is the name of the creature, and to kill one of the honor guards was seen as even more prestigious than killing off one of the great and strong crocodilian, just because of their elusiveness, but also something about there was something about the blood of these creatures that gave special magics. I mean, obviously the magics depend on the creature that is killed, and so creatures like coatls are incredibly valued, rare in this, but and these UNTs would be very valued as well. Not as much, not nearly as much as someone like a something like a coatl or even a dragon or something like that. But then you're already getting to the territory of killing like one of the gods of the forest, which would be like a legendary feat in it of itself.
Okay. But Klur is an Aarakocra, right?
From what you know, yes.
Okay. I'll just relay
Mhm.
to Klaatu that the Emperor's name is Klur.
Okay.
He's guarded by some um, pretty powerful royal guards, and he's supposed to be pretty intelligent.
Oh, that's good. Then he will understand our our lines perhaps, and how good that would be to help each other against the UNT.
Hopefully.
Mm. Well, that would be one other party, perhaps. Okay, guys, I guess I will get with them, and tomorrow we will see each other again. I will teleport then back to you. I have a mushroom from the tunnels, so I will be there.
Just be careful.
Thanks, Orba. Yes, I will. Although I don't think the UNT will. Well, the UNT who built me will let me die. Perhaps that's why I still live.
Fair reason.
I always was wondering. So, but we still be connected. I'm curious how long it will take till it wears off. I will check on you like every hour or so.
Okay.
Good luck and be safe.
Thanks. Okay, hear each other. and then I will step outside.
Mhm.
What was your name, Commander?
I am Hara
Hello, Hada.
of the Snow Legion.
Mhm. So, mountain folk.
The mountains nourish and protect us.
I see. I would be ready. Take me to Klur.
The commander orders orders two of the Aarakocras to lift you up and carry you.
Yes.
You are surprisingly light. Before this, Commander Hara says, "Do you wish to take anything with you?"
From here? No, but I can recommend you taking the books with you. They're
It is
pretty good.
customary to bring a gift when meeting the Emperor.
Oh, okay, then I hop back, take one of my books I wrote myself about philosophy, and no, I don't write that shit. A very good Roman about adventurous troop of four people having friendship and stuff. Just a good book of Monty Bellamy. A classic. And I will prestidigitate it so that it is, and mend it so that it really looks good.
Okay. They look surprised and say, "This is what you want to bring to the Emperor? This thing?"
I heard your emperor is very smart, and if he is, he will totally appreciate it.
If it is your wish, take this creature to the Emperor. We will continue scouring these lands for useful things. And they take you. Again, two of them, grabbing you, one to each shoulder, taking you gently, in this case,
That's good.
towards the mountains. To show you a map, they are taking you to these mountains.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really far.
Okay.
I thought you were only a day away.
They fly very fast,
Oh,
and
they're
it does not
flying.
seem like they will actually take you towards the mountains themselves, but towards a forward camp that they have built.
Mm.
After a day's journey, you understand, checking roughly every hour, that you are still connected to the others
Hmm.
through your mind, through your telepathic bond.
In a
But as
circle,
you
yes.
approach, roughly after one full day of travel, they take you not to the mountains themselves, but to a forward outpost that they have. There, it seems to be an actually proper military camp with thousands of different Aarakocras of all shapes and sizes, but mostly what you see are more eagle type
Mhm.
They take you not to the emperor, but Hara brings you towards one of the one who is clearly the general in charge of this camp. The camp is being built by forced labor, and it seems to be a fairly strong fortification as well, a mark of an extent of a sort of push that the Yuan-Tis are doing into the jungle themselves. All manner of creatures are here subjugated, building this camp, but primarily you find capinchos. It does seem to be the basis of their uh,
Mm.
or their slave workforce, at least if you could see. There are
Mm.
some tabaxis as well, but the tabaxis tend to be elusive, and you see how some of them try to do a breakout, and four of the 10 manage to even escape into the basically the darkness of the jungle. The conditions don't seem to be too terrible, but it is a point of hard labor. You are brought to this tent, which is not exactly a tent, it is more like a roost. It has been built like a center tower in the middle of the camp that is open at the ends of it, allowing you to basically dive down through this almost like a chimney down into the proper holdings of this person. The general that is there is adorned in incredibly warm clothes that don't fit at all the weather of this place. It seems as if it would be uncomfortable, but
Mhm.
it simply insists on this sort of hire. The crystals that form its armor almost resemble metal itself, and the whole thing appears to be a very intricate work of plate armor. The creature wields also a knife, sorry, a sword, and stands before you holding holding the pommel of the blade, looking at you. This owl, Aarakocra, kind of slightly cocking its head. She speaks in a female voice, what clearly seems to be a feminine voice. She speaks in her language. I'm not sure if you have cast comprehend languages again.
I would do so.
Okay.
I this and also I would cast tongues. Would take 12 seconds.
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
Oh, I just need tongues actually. Comprehend language and tongues are redundant. I never know. Oh, well, no, comprehend language is also written.
Right. She says, My name is Afkuye.
Mhm.
I am the general of this legion here. I have been informed that you have something important to share.
Yes. My name is Klaatu. Klaatu Ferrata Necto. I'm also known as Morty Bellamy, perhaps, but I don't think so. I saw your forces, and knowing you are in the war with the UNT, I'm offering the help of our party, because we also want the UNT gone. We have similar goals. We could align. But we will be free, not like your Campinchu slaves. We have our own methods, but still we could work together and join. Do you accept?
It is mighty presumptuous of you to set the condition of our treatment of each other, and for you to assume that we have need of your help at all.
Well, the war goes on for ages now. And I think we could be the turning wheel, perhaps. If we are smart enough, we have to work together to bring them down. And I think you need any help looking at what you're gathering in the forests. These Kapinchu, they can fight. But winning a war, you need better forces than this.
Indeed, we do. And that is why we are building. We do not use these creatures to fight our wars. It would be, at best, imprudent.
But still, how long?
What do you have to offer? What do you bring to offer? Aside from some magics.
Knowledge. And also perhaps different parties of the forest who are also invaded by the UNT. What can you bring?
We have our armies and our knowledge, and the fact that we have survived their incursion for hundreds of years.
And you have my respect for that.
Show me your power, and I will consider you, and I will consider presenting you to an authority.
Okay. So I will show you. And I turn around, looking at the tent or the random facility I'm in. How much Aarakocras are there?
You are surrounded by 20 arrows. This is a tunnel this is a tower that has basically an opening shaft now is partially dug underground.
Mhm.
This seems to be her war room.
Okay. Then I will point at 10 of them. You, and you. You will do now a dance for us. And I will cast Mass Suggestion and hope they fail all.
Right then.
It's again.
You just hear in your head, I hope you know what you're doing.
Okay. One of them will succeed.
Mhm.
The others will all fail and start dancing. What kind of dance do you command them to do?
I didn't specifically set that, so I guess I would do their.
They start making a tribal dance
Yeah.
of it's
Mhm.
sort of like a rain dance, it seems, where they
Yeah.
start circling the center table. Or it's not quite a table, more like it would be the equivalent of a table, basically, but it does not have actually four legs. It's just like a rock that has been cut to be playing. And they start doing this sort of rain dance and shouting up into the sky.
I turn back to Af, nee, Kui, yeah, and say, you see, if you wouldn't attack them, they will do it for the next whole day, and I can do it for actually 10 days. But this is just one thing I can do, and we have a party of 4, and they can all these stuff or different. We are very powerful people. They even fought some minions of Visir. So I was told, and I saw that this is actually possible with them. We have gods on our side, like Melora.
So you say, but these seem to be parlor tricks to me. Get them to dance.
Well, they
I
can't
was
stop.
expecting something more powerful. I have here 10,000 troops, and you convince 10 of them to dance?
Well,
Each, let's say your group was of 100 people. Still only
it's-
1,000. It's not nearly enough. You would
then I
fight,
show you another
and the
trick.
Yuan-Tis would steal your magic.
Oh, they can't. And I don't think they will.
Turns a very serious face, and they would and can. You have clearly never fought them before. If you think that this sort of magics would do any harm.
Well, not me. But Mist will do. He was once with the UNT, now turned against them, knowing how cruel they are. He knows everything about them. He's our inside.
A defector. What was his rank?
I don't know. He doesn't speak so often about it, his past life.
Then how can he serve?
He will.
Speak of it.
We saw a UNT once, and he doesn't hesitate to want to kill him. The first thing he did, he grabbed his sword and attacked it. True story.
I do not doubt you, little creature. It's And I do not doubt that you perceive yourself as powerful. And that perhaps you could take 100, 1,000 men to kill. But that is not nearly enough to even chip the spear of the Yuan. You say that you have allies. What allies do you have?
You know the mushroom people.
We do not.
Well, what should I say then? That's pretty weak of you, not knowing them. You don't know the forests.
It is weak of you to have allied with an insignificant power.
Oh no, they are not insignificant. One touch will kill you in 5 days.
And could they be mobilized?
They
How
walk.
large are their numbers?
They walk, they talk. They have a museum that is bigger than this camp. It's underground, it's kilometers. Miles over miles of tunnels, full of mushrooms. They're talking, having a society.
Make a persuasion. Or would you want to do a performance?
It doesn't matter. I do a persuasion more.
Okay.
Well,
He
last
doesn't seem
point.
persuaded and says, these people are these creatures. If we do not know them, then the Yuan-Tis do not know them. They are insignificant. You have allied just a village that stands in the middle of the forest. We have no use for that. We seek to build an army. Ha! The very heart of the Yuan.
We wouldn't. Well, you don't. We are 4 people. We would take other approaches like an army, of course. We will get inside, destroy them inside, destroy significant people, not bare folks or the slaves of the Yuan-Ti. They don't matter. The big guys matter. People like you, but in the ranks of Yuan-Ti. Man, you're stupid. Let me talk to... Remember? Klur. He will understand. Or she.
Lord will not speak with an inferior being. And I would not insult me again. Do you know? You serve as diplomats, or assassins, perhaps. What do you know of the crocodilians?
Well, a bit. We were there. We met King Musa.
Are you
We
friendly
escaped.
towards King Musa?
Again, please?
Are you a friend of King Musa?
Not yet.
You seek to become a friend of King Musa.
We'll try to get as many friends and join forces as we can.
King Musa is a monster that needs to be killed. You have
Well,
just shown that you would ally with the ally of our enemy.
if we can turn them against each other, they will kill each other. That's a great
King Musa will never turn against the Yuan.
You don't
You
know.
should have understood that the moment you saw her.
Tell them we have the measures.
I'm
And
sorry,
you want
Orlok? Can you repeat that?
That maybe we can convince him with the same thing we're using right now.
Yeah. But don't we have informations about King Musa that there was something, right, when we met him? Or do I remember that wrong? That he plotted against the UNT.
We could make an ultra 3 people intelligence check, 3 connected minds intelligence check to remember.
If you want to. With Mist, Mist, Orba, and Klaatu.
The camera pans over to Justin, who still cleans his shop, looks at plans, drafts up new ideas.
Yeah,
But
And
he
heads
is
away.
utterly absent.
oh, that was a
from
save.
this.
Well, gives me time.
So, Klaatu.
Yeah, I'm waiting for intelligence saves also. Or they are not coming. So,
There is an intelligence check and a
Yeah.
save in the chat.
Yeah, but it's terrible. And the save was wrong.
Okay.
So I would say I don't remember.
But you have advantage, right? Because
Yes,
we're
you would have
connected.
advantage. You would have advantage. What exactly are you wanting to do with this intelligence check?
Remember information about Musa.
If he's plotting against the UNT, but if I remember that correct.
Okay. Make an insight check. With advantage on Musa.
15.
Musa seemed to be hinted at a potential alliance with you, but he offered no guarantee. And the way that he reacted toward Mist was also very hostile.
Yeah.
Now you do know that there was this prince this in this island over here.
Yeah.
Pointer, this island over here that wanted to overthrow Musa, but yes, Prince
Yeah, that's
Nurkan.
another chapter.
But Musa himself did not really seem like he was going to be convinced.
Okay. So perhaps not King Musa, but there are a lot of possible enemies of the UNT we could gather. I just saw you and I was just thinking. And I'm thinking it would be a great possibility for us all. If you don't want to, you don't need to. We will do our thing then. And you do you. And I snapped my finger and let the Arakokras who are still dancing stop. Getting ridiculous.
You notice that the attitude has shifted a bit in the room. You have not been able to prove your utility to Kaf. Sorry, to Ap. And you notice that the Aarakocras are just sort of slowly approaching you in a non-threatening way, but they are approaching you, just kind of like step by step.
How about you just stand there? I'll go my way. And I try to go outside.
And how do you plan to leave, human? You have no wings, and there is only one way in and out.
You see.
I think you would be more useful working the camp.
How far is the exit?
It's pretty tall. It's at least 120 feet up.
I mean, really, the exit I could. I'm thinking about Misty Step away and then polymorph myself into an eagle and fly away. And then go down in the forest and, well, find a spot to make a rest.
Okay.
Could I Misty Step out of the tower?
Make an initiative check.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. There is a judgment of intentions, and in a moment, Afui and the others just dart towards you, immediately aiming not to kill you, but to take away everything that they think is the cause of your power.
Mhm.
They charge at you, seeking to take away, basically like just grapple you and take all of your things. Make an acrobatics or athletics check, as they do reach you first.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, acrobatic isn't that bad, actually. 15.
All right. Okay. They are they are they are not very coordinated in their attack. Afkui's blade gleams with some sort of magical power as she herself seems to draw it in an attempt to slash at you. But being now basically your turn after this, you are not grappled. You are able to Misty Step. The range of Misty Step is
30 feet.
30 feet. 30 feet would not be enough to get to you up the tower or up the whole tower.
Is there something like a window or so?
Basically, the whole thing is served like a chimney,
Okay.
accessible only upwards and downwards from this place.
Okay.
It's like a tower that has been built that opens only outward. There are no windows. They only exist at the very top.
Okay, then I. Mm, yeah, still, I will
Still,
Misty
Misty
Step.
Step is a
Yeah.
bonus action, so you could still cast polymorph on yourself to try to fly away.
Yeah, I will do that. up 30 feet and then into an eagle and try to be as fast as possible into the air and then vanish, hopefully.
All right. After seeing this, shouts, "Guards, apprehend that eagle!" And the guards that are at the very top of the tower stare down and see you swoop upwards, and they throw 2 nets at you, one with a 16 to hit and the other with a 12.
Okay, I use my reaction and cast I'm an eagle. So do I have the stat of an eagle? No, I don't. I will look at him, but I guess the 16 would hit. Eagle, giant eagle actually, has an AC of 13.
Okay, make an acrobatics or athletics check as the eagle. Sorry, in this case, as the giant eagle.
Yeah, his dex +3, strength also +3. Beep. 15.
You are thrown 2 nets, and one of them catches you much tighter than the other. You are able to shoo one of them away, but one of the nets catches you, and you plummet down 45 feet onto the ground.
Ouch.
So that is 5d6 points of falling damage that you suffer, being a total of 16.
So I have 10 still left.
Okay. Afkui approaches you, slowly walking towards you, and says, "How pathetic to think that you would present yourself here to assassinate Musa, cannot even escape this tower." What do you say? Because they can't understand the eagle.
I just say, well.
They respond to you in eagle. "We will strip you and get you to work, unless you will willingly teach your magics to the court."
Oh, now you're talking. I can teach you stuff. Are you familiar with the undead? And are you willing to raise corpses? Recycling your dead?
"We do not know of such things."
I can show you. And I turn back to Klaatu.
She removes easily enough the nets from you. "Can you heal the wounded?"
No. Well, I'm proficient in bodies and some medicine, but I cannot magically heal. But I'm kind of a doctor. That's a deception, but I'm proficient.
All right,
Well,
make a deception check.
it's a 10.
They don't seem to care either way. I mean, she looks at you a bit suspiciously, but says, bring me one of the one of the tabaxis that recently tried to escape. Four of the Aarakocra fly off, and they return with a group with more of these. Actually, they will all go up and outside of the tower, lifting you up as well into in a way that you are able to see the camp. As usual, military camps, there is one area that is kind of the open drilling area or disciplining. In this case, you see that there are these there are these 6 tabaxis because 4 escaped that are being flogged. She descends. Again, her movements, all of her movements show an incredible grace, and it is amazing to see this creature flying in what appears to be heavy armor. She lands, proceeds to go to one of the tabaxis, and says, "This is the price of disobedience." And with her blade, immediately cuts the head off one of the tabaxis.
Well,
After our work is done, all of you will be released back into your homes. Until then, you will work and you will live. Now you, and she points her blade at you, Klaatu, raise this.
just this one? Don't you have like perhaps 4? Would be more efficient.
Just this one.
Well, don't kill other ones. I mean, already dead ones.
She looks and says, "Fine, bring me some Capincho corpses." They fly and bring to you 5 Capinchos. The Capinchos are smaller and easier to grab by these Aarakocras, and they just toss them these rotting carcasses. You see that there are peck wounds as part of their remnants has been eaten.
Yes, that will work. I will go to the dead tabaxi, will take out one dagger and cut out some flesh, gather some blood, and get a little bone from the head or so, and grind it to dust. And then I will place the flesh, pour the blood over the flesh, and the pinch of bone dust I threw in the air. I mumble some words, which takes a minute, and dark energy flows through the blood into the corpses, and the flesh of the Capinchus is rotting and oozing from the bones. And after this minute, 4 or 3 Capinchus and 1 Tabaxi are standing before them. Klaatu stands up. This is what I do. Please, little fellas, wave at them. You are pretty good workers, I guess. And the skeletons are waving. And showing their muscles, which are not existent. Or they have a great humor. I love them. But they will stand here for 24 hours. After this, they will turn back to normal skeletons and do whatever they did before. So you really need to know the spells. And you have to recast it every day. But
Kui will
it's worth
say,
it.
Kui will say, she partially rubs her beak. How many of these can be raised?
If you learn from me, with this one spell, always 4 corpses.
How long will it take for you to teach them?
Depends on you. You're not the... And please don't take it as an insult, but it's just facts. Your brain capacity is limited. So perhaps just a few of you can learn it actually. But I will try my best to show you how it's done. But again, this comes with conditions, because I don't have time to do it right now. But you have my promise. I will do so. Because I'm eager to teach you stuff like this.
You are not an Aarakocra, so I will forgive you for addressing your superior in such a way. It will depend on us. We do not know any of these magics. This is a whole new way of battle for us.
Yes.
But if you alone can raise 4, how many of these spells? Only 4? Can you raise in a day?
No. If I do the math, and I would say the exact number I can do, and I guess it's a lot actually. And it will grow expansionally when by reassembling, because I can reassemble more than I can raise. So about a day, like I just say like 15 or 20, and reassemble them is easier. You can have an army of hundreds, but it will take years for you to learn this, to be as powerful as I am. Perhaps it will even take generations for you. It is hard for Aarakocras to learn this kind of magic. Perhaps you're more like the priest guys. Mist could show you some. He couldn't do healing. That would be perhaps better for you. But I'm not... Well, I'm not the one to say.
Clerics. Would they have gods then?
Yes. Mist is praising Melora. She's a good god, I guess.
I am afraid that will not do. We have killed all of our gods.
Well, then that's
All
praise for
throughout
another.
our realm. To praise it would be against what we believe in. We seek to kill all of the gods in this jungle.
Interesting.
And we will achieve, she says, in a tone that is so certain of itself that the men around her can't help but be both intimidated, also exalted by it.
Well, then
You will teach us your ways. We will bring you to court, and there you will show us our power. You will give us your power.
I will give us. It's nothing I can give you. You have to learn it. You have to practice. You have to strengthen your mind. It's hard work, actually.
Work we are willing to make.
That's good.
Let's get you to work right away then.
Well, I need
Or
to
you
rest.
have. I'm sorry?
Well, I need to rest. My mind is. I'm. I'm struggling right now. Casting spells is a pretty hard thing, and you can learn from me how Yuan Ti would feel. After casting a lot of spells, you are very exhausted. Your powers are always limited. There's no such thing as limitless magic power. Or do I know of something like this? But no, it doesn't matter. I just say it like this. There's nothing like this.
You know that sorcerers can extend their power to 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 great extent, but yeah, limitless power would be rare. Right. She will say, very well then. We will take you then to the palace. You will not see Clur for obvious reasons, but we will show you. But we will show you to the high. We will show you to the high sorcerer. Perhaps you can teach him.
Oh, if he's sorcerer, well, uh, also depends. But I will try, as I said.
Good. Let's get you on there then. Men, take him to the mountains. And immediately a group of, again, in this case they will be gentler, a group of 4 Arakocras just picks you up and starts heading straight up towards the mountains.
Is there something like a hut or a camp or so? Otherwise, I would just cast my honeycomb.
No, you are being taken in flight by them. These seem to be fresh. These seem to be freshly rested troops, so they are just going to take you.
Oh, wait 1 minute. These skeletons have to come with me, or otherwise they will stay here, and perhaps you had to take care of them.
Okay.
So I recommend you take.
Right as you are taking off, App just says, "You 4 kill these creatures."
Well, that's a pity.
And you see that they just completely mercilessly just cut down these skeletons and undead before even they can move. Uh, sorry, they cut them to the point that they cannot move.
Yeah.
Shall we
And
perhaps
they,
pause a little bit for Justin? His computer needed to be restarted.
Okay, I was wondering. Let's
yeah,
wait for him.
I'm fine with that.
yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's take like a 10-minute break.
Let's do it.
But Klaatu, it is very clear to you that these people intend to work you until you have taught them everything that you know.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. But I have different plans.
So you'll have to find a way to escape
Yeah, I'm onto it.
or be
That's why,
released, I guess.
that's why I wanted to rest.
Okay, all right. Well, see you in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry guys that this is taking so long, but I guess it's really a good opportunity.
Not a problem.
Okay, good.
We've all had our sessions, so.
So I try to rest and then teleport to you guys. Leave them, but it's great information for us and we can go back. I try to get a stone or so we could teleport easier to this place. And perhaps we can use them or not.
I got distracted with food. Were you talking about mist in there at some point?
Just about different ways of for them learning magic, but they told that they want to erase all the religion and killing all the gods. So I think Melora is not a good option for them. So it will be Arcana magic. I was tempted to say they could join with Legion.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
No, but Legion would be happy, and Justin perhaps too. But perhaps we can really use something like an attack on the capital by the Aarakocra to infiltrate it, but that's future problems, future plans. Mhm.
Hello?
Hello?
So I'm back?
Hello?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm back.
He's back again.
Yeah, it was one of those updates I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And today was like enough. That's fine. So what did I miss?
we just had a break, I guess.
From the point when I said I
Well, pretty much from your disconnect from Discord.
Alright, so what's your intention with the king? Going to teach them how to make
No,
use of that in
yeah, I will perhaps at some point, but not right. I will rest there, and then the first thing I will teleport back to you guys. I do not intend to stay there.
they were collecting people, right? Like all kinds of humanoid beings.
Yeah, like in Hunter x Hunter.
Hmm. The ants.
Yes.
Don't you think if you teach them necromancy, they'll just collect dead bodies instead?
Yeah. I will teach them also ethics
Let's hope.
and moral.
Would be interesting to know if you lead a really normal human life. In that case, you need to consider if that is what you want to spend your lifetime for.
No, I have clones in my future. I can live infinite amount of times
All right.
if I have
So
the
would be
level
an
for it.
option.
It would be actually an option, yes. But the time of my crush is limited, so I wouldn't do either way. It's kind of a false promise, but it's genuinely something he would do, so it's a great lie because there's truth in it.
So what do you think of the Eric Okra period?
Well, birds against snakes. But they keep the war going, so something must be good with them. They can fly, it's a great thing. But I don't think they will win a war, perhaps. But I don't know. After all, they are pretty stupid, the most of them.
Have you really spoken to the king or a
No,
general?
just to the general. I won't talk to the emperor.
Hmm.
So they said.
They found King Musa to be someone to be killed.
Because he is aligned with the UNT.
Hmm.
And I was thinking we could use something like a big attack from our cockers to infiltrate the UNT place and do our shenanigans then. That was my plan. My plan with them.
Hmm. Well, we do need to keep them busy to unite a force against them. So one nation has to be the
Hmm.
sacrifice. Hmm. Who would we make into the spearhead?
What?
Well, in the distant future, we're going to war with the Yuan-Ti.
Hmm.
So of all the nations and tribes and forces,
Okay. Ah, yeah.
who
Oh.
should be the spare tip?
I think Aarakocra would be good because we all don't like them. And they want to kill religion. And that is nothing we want to see, I guess. Because of Melora. And sake of Mist. And hoping that Melora is a good goddess.
It would also mean we need to support them in some way
Hmm.
for them to
On
be
the
able
other
to
hand,
keep making war.
yeah. On the other hand, we could use the mushrooms. Really?
We could also use the. I don't know how we should call it. The communication poison.
Oh yeah.
On King Musa, it would surely work.
Communication poison.
Yeah, let's
What
call
was
it the
that?
Mind Flayer poison, okay?
My
Mhm.
circle potion.
It's the blood
Ah,
with what spell is on it?
Telepathic bond, but Klaatu
Telepathic
calls
bond.
it a circle.
You know, as a little gnome, I've been told a story. It was called Inception, and it's pretty much like this. It's about implanting ideas in someone's head.
Oh, that
but
must
then
be
there can
awesome.
be ideas inside the ideas inside of the ideas.
That's really awesome. That would be a great idea. We really should use this potion at one point in our story. It's too good not to use it.
I think if we use the mushroom people as spearhead, that they
Hmm.
transform the land too much in their wake.
Yeah, it could be.
Afterwards, they could become irreversibly mighty.
Hmm. Then perhaps the Merfolk.
Can't traverse land.
But they can perhaps get easy to the temple through the water.
Then they'd be more the infiltrators, no?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because they would not be able to move from the location, but they could turn the tides of battle.
And I guess they don't have any beef with them, right?
More than they owe us.
Mhm.
I think they would be easily convinced. The Tabaxis with the quartals. Maybe if we summon the other quartal like we summoned. But that would devastate the Tabaxis.
There are also the lions. But they
Yeah,
have beat the gnolls.
we kind of fled from them. We never really. Hmm. Yeah, that
Oh,
could work.
Your connection is bad.
Oh,
I didn't understand a word.
I said the lions could work. The desert lions, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
I guess they could also have beef with them.
Some forest creatures.
Hmm.
Spiders won't leave. Wasps won't leave. So it's either forces of the queen or the baroness.
And with the Baroness, you mean the Duchess?
Oh yeah.
Duchess?
I keep mixing up her title. Then there's the necromancers, which I would say is the final assault team in terms of power.
Hmm. But the UNT are using necromancy too, so
Imagine just one of them, Martinella, rampaging through a battlefield, casting spells, slaying left and right, biting heads off.
would be cool.
One of them is enough to challenge Musa without having to worry.
I don't think so. I'm not sure about this. Otherwise, they wouldn't hide.
I feel like all of them can fly, and with that, they
Yeah,
come pretty close to winning.
but still a good spear. King
Yeah,
Musa shot
King
good.
Musa, King Musa will hurl corpses, stones, anything.
Yeah. Mm.
Hey, I am back. Sorry about that. Seems that everyone is back now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right then. So, you are being taken up into the mountains. And from this place, you can actually see just how large the Arakocra kingdom has expanded. It's like all of the mountains seem to be alit as you
Mhm.
approach, being shown, just showing and being shown all of these little beacons.
Oh, you're great at this.
Their empire is quite vast, but you are getting tired from one whole day of travel. It
Mm.
is also not only that, but it's also getting significantly colder as you are getting up into the mountains.
Oh.
But after roughly another full day of travel up into the mountains, you are
Oh God.
shown this city. Above it, there's still this great uh, cluster of clouds that prevent any view upwards, and it seems that these mountains actually go up into infinity itself, into the skies themselves. But you are taken to this lower location. And there, they decide to make camp for the night.
Finally. Okay, last spell for the day. And I cast my honeycomb and make it so that only
I
I can.
insist that they are also allowed inside, as
Oh.
they really do not trust you,
Mm.
or do not trust you enough to for you to not escape. to not attempt escape.
How about this? I can make it like you can see through. How about this?
It would be
I really
preferable
need
for
my
all of
time.
us if you could actually allow us inside.
Oh, I can't do that. It's only for one person, actually. I'm sorry.
Make a
That's
deception check.
yes. Oh, come on, please. Did I click? Yes. 16.
Okay, all right.
Let's see.
They don't even know enough to counter you on this point, so they say, very well. If this is the case, then we will stay outside.
Thank you. And I go inside my comfortable little honeycomb where it's warm. And like immediately go to sleep. Because I'm very exhausted. It was a very 2 long days. Very exhausting experience before. And that's my first or second really good rest. Or first good rest in the days.
Okay. All right. This. Okay. They allow you to rest. You see how they crawl into a nearby cavern where they allow themselves to shelter from the harsh winds that befall this place. You take your rest. Nothing happens during the night. This seems to be pretty protected territory. But the sharpness of the increase does also make it a bit hard for you to even breathe from time to time. But after a few hours of adjusting, you are able to actually properly adjust to the place, and you are able to take your rest. When the morning comes, you see that they will try to knock at your door.
Mhm.
The group of Aarakocras.
I stand up. Good morning. Let me prepare my spells, please. I need another 10 minutes or so. Do you have something to drink?
Why do you need to prepare your spells? We will take you to the capital.
Yeah. I still do this now. Sorry. And I sit down, conjure my book, and rearrange some spells.
Okay. They don't know, again, they don't know enough to be suspecting of. But
Mhm.
make another deception check.
Yep. 18.
Okay. Yeah. They don't know enough and they don't suspect a thing. It seems to them that you are just doing your thing. You were not really being escorted by someone with proper authority also to rule over these.
Okay, nice. I put out my backpack and take a mushroom I gathered from the tunnels
Okay.
and cast teleport on myself and try to get back to the mushroom kingdom.
All right then. Make I'll roll a d. Oh, you roll a d100, and we'll see how.
Beep.
All right, you're able to get there without any issue.
I say.
Yes, so you get there without any issue, and everything seems to be quite in order. You teleport exactly to where you wanted to teleport. Where did you want to teleport?
The temple, I guess, that is getting built. In the last seconds, they see how I turn black and shrivel into little pieces, and they hear, "Goodbye, we see each other at one point," and then I teleport.
At seeing this, they immediately try to rush to the honeycomb, but find that their weapons can't really properly pierce it, and they just curse. They just curse you as you teleport away.
I laugh a little bit, but silently for myself.
Okay, you are back at the Temple of Melora and appear amongst the mushrooms. Some of the mushrooms say, "An emissary from Melora. She sent us another one."
No, 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 no. It's just me, Klaatu. Mist, Orma, Justin. I'm back. What did you do the last 2 days? I try my telepathic bond. Is it still up?
It is still up, yes.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm back. Where are you?
Justin would be in the corner of the temple somewhere, where he set up his shop.
Hmm.
Okay.
But what have I done in a what if one day of this was
Yeah, you would.
doing
Well,
the
yes. You would have had. Yeah, you would have had one day of this. One day, Klaatu was away, and you were working last time on your bullet.
yeah, I finished this.
Yes, you
I
finished them.
transformed a sun eater or sun blade into
Mhm.
a press that could make trial by fire bullets.
Yes.
Mm, so for the other day, I don't have enough materials, guys. That's a problem.
Maybe you should put these mushrooms to work.
Oh, what are they going to find? Only more of those weird staffs that I can't do anything with.
You don't think he could be anything somewhere?
Well, I've looked around when we had our tour. It's a rather hopeless situation. Hmm. Very dire. Does anyone have any magical armor left that they don't wear?
Didn't we have a lot from the one guy we fought? Rusted Dagger of Backstabbing, Wall of Mighty, Mace of Terry, Sunblade, Wall of Destruction.
Hmm. We have a lot
I
of them.
think
Miro is carrying it.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be problematic for Mido to. I mean, let's say for us to say that Mido gives them to you. But if you are out of material, then you're gonna have to find a way to get new materials.
I could always dismantle a arquebus, but the dismantling alone. So most of those are in use, so what would she actually be able to hand me? A dagger of backstabbing? Oh no, I don't have anyone left. Do we have a wand of wonder left?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, but I think that she wanted to do something with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
true.
not sure.
She wanted
Ooh,
to get giant.
I have one too. You could have mine if I'm back.
And no
Yeah, so
one's using the
I'm
Maze
reading
of
her
Terror.
list, and it says that she has a Sunblade, a Mace of Terror, Rusted Dagger of Backstabbing, Wall of Destruction, some magical plant pearls, a bunch of clovers, +3 maul, some feathers of lightning.
I guess the Maze of Terror makes the most sense for what I would try to do. I would try to oh, it has a curse. Relish in fear upon opportunities to the creature against an immense pleasure in inflicting fear upon nearby creatures. Nah, it's fine. So I would just work on transforming all my bullets into fire bullets so that I can use that ability to its fullest. And I'd say I'd see what the others are doing first.
All right.
That will take
Okay.
half the day.
Mist, what are you doing? How is your religion developing? Your little cult.
Old idle game.
Mist.
Yeah. I was sleeping.
All right. Well, with Mist gone, Oraba, what will you want to do? Is there anything that you wish to do in this?
I will have a
this
look
place?
for nice things I can use in potions or anything interesting that may be growing in this strange village.
Okay. All right. Make a. Do you want to make a nature in this? I guess it would be more of
Like I could also do two, maybe one for the nature stuff.
Yeah, make one nature check.
And one maybe observe a little bit of the village, like the way it's going, the way they organize, like maybe anything special, peculiar I can spot.
Okay. All right.
That would be like two different things, you know?
Mm-hmm. Let's. The way that they. Yeah, make a nature check.
28.
With 28 in nature, there is an incredible amount of diversity in this place. They have a lot of different fungi working together, but also this whole they also have actual gardens of plants that they keep to create to serve as some sort of fertilizer for themselves, and so they keep actually they have an enormous ecosystem working together in this with deeply empowered magics coming from or magics that remind you of the queen's domain and her realm. So for your plants, for your alchemical processes, you would be in less than a day able to collect enough materials to make one of the super potions that you know how to make.
Yeah, that sounds good. I would do that then.
Okay, all right. Which one of the super potions do you make?
Oh, I have to look again. What could be helpful to us? Top, I think, super potions. Not affected by hostile conditions, though can still be cast upon you. Could be good against the caster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or potion of resistance. It's always good, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Resistance to all damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I do that one, the resistance.
Okay then. All right. So you make well, considering that you rolled a 28, you are actually able to make 2 potions of resistance.
Nice. We
So-
don't have a tank really anymore. Chess, are you a tank now?
Between me and Mist, yeah.
We need the mushroom bodyguards.
I have
We will
4.
share that job.
We need to recruit a new player for this party. Okay, all right. So you make these potions. The way that the way that the city works is a very fascinating concept of sociology. There is no sense whatsoever of privacy or private space, and it doesn't seem to be necessary for their city to function. But like everything is shared, but there is a deep respect that all of them have for each other. And they connect. Sometimes they stop and connect themselves to the library again to get reassurance on what exactly to do. There is, however, the development of a, some distance between, like, there's still some factionalism that is growing from the division the of the religion itself, presentation of the religion, as there are some that believe that some measures of privacy and space should be granted because of Mist's presence, because he himself is not
Oh,
connecting very much to the library.
I
So
probably have to talk to Mist about that.
there is a even though it doesn't exist in any combat with each other, there is the beginning of a sort of factionalism of the division within the myconids. At the same time, the other fungi, the ones that work in the growth tumors, the libraries, even the fortress, they tend to keep away, as if perhaps naturally warded off by something. Perhaps they just have a wholly different culture, but at the same time they merge and work incredibly well together within this framework, within this environment. So they are all working together, even though there are definitely different philosophies here at work. The thalids and the myconids keep themselves fairly separate, but the city is still one. But the bottom of the city, what you are able to observe is that the bottom of the city is expanded into this single, almost like a single construct, like an enormous palace that has been built together and evolved, more maybe like a tree than an actual construct. And then the top, because this is a huge cave, the top is mostly occupied by these much more construct like working of the thalids. And so it there is basically like an upper city and a lower city. But there is no clash between them, and there are even some what seem to be, they're not exactly elevators, but they are basically like great pillars that connect the two and allow the mushrooms to easily go up and down through them.
Interesting, yeah.
This is what you observe, and other than that, things seem to be all right. There are some news that come also of this religious fervor uh, starting to move more of the thalids into the more of the myconids into the places that would be more regularly occupied by the thalids, the fortress. And there is almost like a recruitment drive happening as they are training themselves more for war.
Okay, then I will guess I will collect the materials, do the potions, and then I have a talk with Jess, and when I give him one of them.
All right. Okay. Considering that it's 10, would you guys think, or it's close to it, would you guys think of stopping here for today? And maybe we can even pick up later this week if it's convenient for you guys.
Yeah, let's talk about that option. Any
For
other
me,
day
it's
that you
fine.
can play. Any day?
Yeah. Well, not tomorrow, but yeah, just not tomorrow. So Wednesday and Thursday would be more ideal for me.
Anyone no time on Wednesday or Thursday?
I think I could maybe do Thursday. Maybe I have to look.
And Chris, Thursday?
Yeah, possibly. Perhaps.
Jeff? So let's try again on Thursday.
Sounds good.
I don't
Yeah.
have a
All
problem
right.
with
Well,
Thursday.
Nice. I'm
okay.
looking
Well,
forward to it.
Thursday it is then. And Thursday, perhaps you will go after the Lich then.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's see.
We'll surprise you.
Maybe, yes. I mean, you might actually go first after Atel. So, but I'm fine. All of them are prepared.
All right. Everyone have a good day and a good night.
Yeah, thanks for the
And see
session.
you on
Bye.
Thursday.
See
Goodbye,
ya.
everyone.